Hey, this is TK Owens with TKO TV with another edition. I've recently come across a new research team that has done some really awesome research, and I'm really glad to be affiliated with them. You can check out some of the research that they're doing there in association with me at patriotspot.wall.fm. You know, joining the conversation there. I mean, there's a lot of great things that you can look at on the site. But one of the things that we came across in research, that they'd actually come across in research and asked me to do a video on, was the relationship that the TSA is getting to at the moment within the airports and now on the streets and games and proms and things like that. And how they escalated this. You know, one of the things that they used was terrorists, supposed terrorists. And we started to see a correlation. I realized this last night as I was doing some research on this. You know, all of the supposed terrorists, you know, the four that were caught in, I believe it was New Jersey, they dubbed them as terrorists. They were plotting to blow something up, and you know, no racism involved on my part. I'm just stating the facts. Every one of them were black. Now, am I saying that blacks are predisposed to do this? No. I'm saying that they are singling out the black community, okay, for these terrorist acts. It was admitted that these guys, the handlers for the CIA and the FBI, promised these gentlemen money. They were from poor black neighborhoods who happened to be of Muslim descent, as long as, you know, as well as, you know, the underwear bomber and the shoe bomber, and you know, all of these guys just happen to be black. Now, why are they using black teenagers for this thing? Well, let's look at the facts. Look at what's going on right now. Look at the racism that's being pushed at this very moment. You know, a Mexican cop or a Hispanic cop shoots a black teenager, unfortunately kills him. I understand that. But now you have a race war. You know, you've got the new Black Panther parties, you know, pushing to start a race war. And it's all about the division that it's causing. Now, that link is what the TSA is using to grope our children, to grope our parents, to grope you and me, to invade our liberties, to invade our freedoms, the God-given right that we have. Okay? I'm not going to stand for it anymore. You know, I don't like the TSA. I don't like what they stand for. I don't like Janet Napolitano. I don't like anything that our government stands for today, because our government is no longer our government. Our government is a tyrannical piece of shit organization that has been taken over by bankers and is no longer of the interest of the people. So I, for one, will resist at every level if I have to. Information is key, obviously. Start with the information. Do your research. Find out what they're truly doing and expose it. The more people we get to expose it, the easier it's going to be to do what we have to do to get them out of power. And it does not include violence. We don't have to be violent to get them out of power. All we have to do is show the truth to the general population, because believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, there are more of us than there are of them. Now, when we get that, when we understand that, we'll have a chance. But until then, we don't have a prayer. We have to be willing to stand up and fight for our freedoms and fight for what we understand is the right thing to do. You know, we have to get more people involved with understanding and reading the Constitution. We have to get more people involved with understanding what this country was founded for. Our country was not founded by a bunch of terrorists like they want you to believe. Okay? They want you to believe that people like George Washington and Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and John Hancock and you know, Thomas Penn were terrorists when these people founded the Republic. You know, here's something that you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. We have a bureaucracy running this country right now. And the weird thing is, you know, we have the Republicans and we have the Democrats. Now, in the society today, we say we live in a democracy. So that means Democrats. That means government running everything we do. Then we have Republicans, which our country was founded as a republic, which means limited government that works for the people, that does what the people tells it to do. That's what we're supposed to have, because why? Then you have a government that operates under the law that is set forth for it. But right now, we don't have that. Right now, we have a democracy which is one step shy of a socialism. Okay? One step shy of a dictatorship. One step shy of a communist organization. People have to wake up.